Welcome to our lecture online. Now let's use what we've learned in the previous videos to solve this inequality. First, we need to put in the standard form, but it's already in standard form, so we're done with that step. Next step, we're going to change the inequality symbol to an equal symbol in order to find the critical points, the endpoints of the regions that satisfy that inequality. So we write x squared minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0, and now we solve for the critical points. I believe we can factor that. So we have an x and an x. We need two negative signs, a 3 and a 1. So we multiply, we get a positive 3, we add, we get a negative 4. So this means that x minus 3 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0, which means that x equals 3, or x equals 1, positive 1. So those are the critical points. So let's now place those on the number line. So here's the number line. Here's 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Let's make it a 4 as well. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And notice that the two critical points are 1 and 3. And notice I draw open circles around it because I don't know yet if they're included in the solution. So then I go back to the original problem, and notice it says greater than or equal to. So or equal to means that the endpoints are included. So we're going to make them dark, color in the circles. So that means that includes the endpoints. Point number 3. All right. So now we have three regions. We have region number 1, we have region number 2, and we have region number 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a representative point out of each region, plug it into the original inequality, and see if it satisfies the inequality. Of course, if that one point does, then the whole region does. All right, so we started with x squared minus 4x plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So we're going to do test points. Let's test region number 1, letting x equal 0. That's always the easy one. Let x equals 0. So we have 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 3. Is that greater than or equal to 0? Question mark. And so notice that 3 is greater than or equal to 0, and that means a yes. So we found a region that satisfies the inequality. So region number 1 is a yes. Okay, how about region number 2? So for that, I'll try the test point 2, which is right in the middle of the two endpoints. So let x equals 2. So we have 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 3. Is that greater than or equal to 0? Question mark. So notice we have 4 minus 8 plus 3 greater than or equal to 0. And we have minus 1 greater or equal to 0? Question mark. And the answer is no. Negative 1 is not greater than 0, which means that the point lies in a region that does not satisfy the inequality. So that region is not included. Let's try region number 3. So we're going to try let x equal 4. Plug that in. We get 4 squared minus 4 times 4 plus 3. Is that greater or equal to 0? Question mark. And notice that that's 16 minus 16. That cancels out. So 3 greater than or equal to 0. And the answer is yes. That means that region is also included. So notice region 1 satisfies inequality. Region 2 does not. Region 3 does. And so now we're going to darken the line of the number line in the regions where it satisfies inequality. So we'll darken the line over here, and notice it goes all the way out to negative infinity, and we can darken the line over here, and notice it goes all the way to positive infinity. So region 1, region 3 satisfy the inequality, and region 2 does not. Notice it also includes the endpoints. All right, now we should also write the solution in a mathematical sense. We can do that in various ways. Notice that, let me write it here. Point number 1 and point number 3 are the critical points, the endpoints of the regions that satisfy the inequality. So what we can do here is the following. We can say that 1, or let me just write like this, x is less than or equal to 1. That's the region to the left, region number 1, and x greater than or equal to 3. So that would be one way in which we can express the answers mathematically. Or we can do it as follows. We can say it like this. We can say that On the left side, we go all the way to negative infinity, not inclusive because negative infinity does not exist. So that we draw parentheses, comma, and 1 on the right side, but that is included. So this whole region on the left is region number 1, and region number 3, which starts at 3 and goes all the way to positive infinity. We draw parentheses there because it does not include positive infinity. It's a non-existent number, but we do include number 3 because that's the endpoint. So we can write it like this. And sometimes instead of using the word and, we can write it like this. Let me go over here. So from negative infinity all the way to positive 1, and from 3 all the way to positive infinity. And so we can also write it like this. So because mathematicians like these interesting symbols. I always like to write it out. That makes it clear, and we don't have to worry about what that symbol actually means. So that is how we write the solution mathematically. This is how we do it graphically, and this is how we find the solution, and that is how it's done. And there's one more thing I just thought about. Notice in the previous example, the region that satisfied was between the two critical points. In this case, it's on the outside. Notice that typically with the quadratic inequality, either the point between the critical point or the region between the critical points will satisfy it, or the two regions outside the points. We'll see some exceptions to that rule, but in general, if we find two legitimate critical points like this, the solution will either be between or outside the two critical points. So we'll pay attention to that as we show you some more examples. I thought I'd throw that in there as well. It's an interesting observation. That's how it's done.